All right, I'm going to open up each one of these documents. I'm going to open up the book to start. Okay, so here's the book, and if I double click, I can open up each one of these InDesign documents. So there's the table of contents. There's page 1, page 2, and the index. Okay, so let's build the index. So I'm going to slide this book off to the side here. So I need to go into each one of my recipes here, and I'm going to do a full 100, or bring it up to full screen here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select items from the ingredients. But what I need to do first is make sure that my index panel is open. So index, and I do want to make sure that book is checked here. Let's just slide this over here because I'm going to expand this so you can watch it build as I select these items. Okay, so book is checked. I'm on page 1, or recipe 1. What I'll do is just double click an ingredient here. So let's do sugar. Double click it to select it or highlight that word, and then I'm going to my index panel. I'm going to use the plus or add this item to it. My tooltip pop up here. It's not going to pop up. So it will bring up this box, and I can do levels, I can, sorts, but I'm just going to make it simple here and just click OK. So now what happens is I see a little arrow next to the S. I can expand it, and there's sugar. If I expand it again, it tells me it's on page 2 of my book. So let's do a couple other words. Let's add flour. Okay, and I'll just click OK, and you can notice it pops in right there. Butter. We'll add it. Salt. We'll just add some of these. Okay, so there we go. I've got a few of them in here. You can see how that looks. So now let's go to recipe 2, and let's do the same thing. Let's add butter in this one, because then you'll see what happens when there's 2. So there's 2 references. It's on page 2 and it's also on page 3. So I could add cheese, and then I could do multiple levels underneath the cheese if I wanted to. That's an option if you wanted to go a little bit more deep into it. So this is all you're going to do. Okay, so I can add as much as I want out there. All of it's there. So now I'm going to go to my index document, which is a plain document. I'm going to use the little generate index button from my index panel. And notice, because I said book, I see this is visible for any option in my book. So here we're going to include book documents. I'll use we'll just do a basic paragraph style here, because I'm afraid if I choose title, well, let's that'll be fine. We can do more options and customize this, and we can customize this later too. But I just want to do it simple. Click OK. I get my loaded cursor, and I'm just going to click up in the top corner, and there it is. So again, it doesn't look, it's not super fancy at this point, but you can see how it built the index. Butter, page 2 and 3, cheese, page 3. The cool thing is that this will update. So if I rearrange and add more items to my book, the index will stay current. I may have to update it to reflect any page changes in a reshuffle of pages in the book. But this is how you'd build the index. So good luck.